My most honorable elders, friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Each and everything that comes to the face of this earth has to go one day. Whatever it is, each and everything, it will come and it will go. Whether it is something living or whether it is something that's not living. Whether it is something that is tangible, something that we can hold, something that we can see, or whether it is something that's abstract, that we can't touch, we can't see. Each and everything that comes will go. Human being comes to the earth. As soon as it comes, its going has started. So many items, so many objects that we see, it has been made, it's new. It's new on the market. But its descent has already started. As soon as it comes into existence, it goes. Whether it's something that we can't see, we can't touch. 2013 came, it started, and now it's gone. 2014 has started, but it's going, its exit is already started. It's going away. The day comes, the day goes. The night comes, the night goes. A year comes, the year goes. A month comes, a month goes. Each and everything, whether we can see it, whether we can't see it, whatever comes to the face of this earth, each and everything must go one day. Each and everything must go one day. The poet says, Ya sakina qasril mu'alla, satudfanu an qareebin fit turabi. Say, all those people who live in these big buildings or in the houses and all these mansions that you live in. Ya sakina qasril mu'alla, satudfanu an qareebin fit turabi. That a day will come, yes, you're living in these mansions, that's fine. You're living in these buildings, that's fine. Satudfanu an qareebin fit turabi. That day will come that one day you'll have to go to that place where everybody goes. You'll have to go. Satudfanu an qareebin. Very soon you'll be buried in the ground. Fit turabi. They say, Lahu malaku yunadi kulla yawmin. That but for you there's an angel. For everybody there's an angel. Yunadi kulla yawmin. Every day is announcing. Every day is announcing. Lidul il-mawti wabnu lil-kharabi. That you give birth to children. The children come to existence. You give birth to children. What for? Because once they come, they are making preparations to go. They are newborn. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But you have given birth to them. You have become the means of their existence. But what for? For them to go. Wabnu lil kharabi. And you build these buildings, you build these businesses, you build your reputation, you build your respect and honor in the world. What's going to happen? It's going to go one day as well. That is also going to go. لِدُولِ الْمَوْتِ وَابْنُوا لِلْخَرَابِ. That you give birth for maut, for death. You build So you leave it empty. You leave it all behind. Ya sahibi la taghtarir bitana'umin. Ya sahibi la taghtarir bitana'umin. فالعمر ينفض والنعيم يزول. Says, oh my friend, try not to get boastful. Do not become content with all that you have. Do not become content with all that you have. فالعمر ينفض والنعيم يزول. Your life is going to go one day. So everything that you have, you will leave behind. Everything that you have, you will leave behind. Or if you are still here, وَالنَّعِيمُ يَزُولُ. Or if you still living, but whatever you have will leave one day. One of the two will occur. فَإِذَا حَمَلْتَ عَلَى الْقُبُورِ جَنَازَةً. And remember, he gives advice. And remember, فَإِذَا حَمَلْتَ عَلَى الْقُبُورِ جَنَازَةً. And when you are carrying the deceased to the qabr, to the grave, فَعْلَمْ أَنَّكَ بَعْدَهَا مَحْمُولُ. And remember, when we are there, we're thinking about everything. When we've got the deceased on our shoulders and we're burying them, we're thinking about everything. We meet our friends. We meet those friends that we hardly see. We're talking about worldly affairs. We're doing musahafaha. We're shaking hands. We're doing mu'anaka in the graveyard. After the burial, people are making announcements. Oh, there's dawat here, there's dawat there. Is that the condition of the graveyard? Is that what it should be? That where am I going to have my meal? Where am I going to have my lunch? فَإِذَا حَمَلْتَ عَلَى الْقُبُورِ جَنَازَةً. That when you are carrying the deceased to the grave, فَعْلَمْ أَنَّكَ بَعْدَهَا مَحْمُولُ. That you need to remember and you need to have in your mind that tomorrow it might be you that is being carried to the grave. That could be you. That could be you that is going there next. فَعْلَمْ أَنَّكَ بَعْدَهَا مَحْمُولُ. That remember that you may be next. That everybody else will be there, but you'll be the one who's being placed. So it is a concern that we need to have. That what is my tomorrow going to be like? When I am placed in the grave, how will my actions be? What will happen to me? There are different categories of people in the world. One, there are those who don't even think about that. They don't even think about the akhirah. They don't think about what will happen. Just getting along with life. No concern, no fikr, no thought about what will happen in the future. So those people will make no preparation because they've got no concern. Second type of people who have got that concern. They have got that little fikr, that concern that what am I going to do? What's going to happen to me? But shaitan and nafs consoles them. It consoles them. Oh, I'm still young. When I reach a certain age, then I'll try. Shaitan and nafs consoles them. That, oh, let me just finish this task in my life and then I'll think about it. Then I'll make some effort. Oh, I just need to do this job and then, oh, let me just reach this status and then. The second type of people, that they think, yes, it is important, I need to think about my akhirah. But let me just finish these things. So the third type of people are those who have the concern that yes, I need to do my akhirah, but I'm okay. I am fine. I do my salah, I give my zakah, I keep my fast in the month of Ramadan. Oh, I've done Hajj, I've done Umrah, I've done 3 Hajj, I've done 4 Hajj, I've done 5 Umrahs, 6 Umrahs. I'm okay. The fikr of the akhirah is there, but they're content. When I go, I'll be fine. Because I've got everything. This is a delusion, a deception from shaitan. Because he will not make us do more effort for the akhirah. So the first person, no fikr whatsoever. Second person, they have that concern, they have that fikr, that concern of the akhirah, of the hereafter, but they think, oh, let me just complete these tasks. Third person, they have the concern for the hereafter, but they are content with themselves. But I'm okay, I'm fine. And the fourth type of person is that person who thinks, yes, I've got the akhirah, but what is, I will make no effort. I'll make no effort because Allah is Ghafoor and Rahim. Allah is all forgiving. Allah is merciful. Allah is kind. Another delusion from shaitan. That just think that Allah is kind and do as you please in the world. Do as you please in the world. For example, if there's a student and the exams are coming, the exams are close, the student will fall in these 4 categories as well. There'll be that student who's not bothered about the exams, who's not concerned about the exams. So is he going to make any effort? He'll make no effort. He'll think, I don't care about my exams. I'm not worried about my results. There'll be those type of students where they'll be concerned about it, but they'll think, oh, let me just go and visit that friend first. Or let me just go out with my friends, then I'll worry about my revision. Let me just go visit this relative and I'll worry about my revision. So what happens to those people? They leave it till the last minute and they realize they haven't got enough time. And there'll be that student who thinks, oh, I'm okay. I'm fine, I'm bright. It doesn't take me long to learn something. It doesn't take me long. And my exams, they're a doddle, they're easy. And while that student, he won't make no effort. He'll make no effort. And when the time comes for the exam, he'll be stuck thinking, if only I tried, if only I revised, if only. And the fourth type of student will like, oh, I'm not bothered, but you know what? My teachers are very soft-hearted and very kind. Even if I get the question wrong, they'll mark with leniency. Be very lenient in marking. And even if I haven't given a good answer, they'll still give me the mark. So that student won't make an effort either. And when the exam comes, the teacher will mark everything wrong. Exactly is the same situation for us in regards to our akhirah. In regards to our hereafter. We need to think and see where we fit in and need to make a change and have this concern. Because if we have this fikr, this concern of the akhirah, then we will make effort. We will try. Imam Malik rahmatullahi alayhi used to say that in Medina Munawwara, when people would become 40, when they would become 40 years old, then they would wrap up all the bedding. They'll wrap all the bedding and put it away. Because they will say to themselves, this is it. I'm 40 years old, now I need to make preparation for the hereafter. I am on the decline. I am on the way out. My exit is very close. So I need to make preparations. I've got nothing for the hereafter. So I need to start making preparations. But our situation is such that I'm 40, no, I've got another 30 years. I'm 70, I can do another 10 years. I'm 80, that person lived till 90, I'm sure I can do the same. Shaitan Pushing us, making it longer. Whereas we know the fact. We know. We hear it over and over again. That when and how a person leaves, it's not up to us. اغتنم في الفراغ فضل ركوع عسى أن يكون موتك بغتة كم صحيح رأيت من غير سقم ذهبت نفسه الصحيحة فلتة. Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi alayhi says that how many people so fit and healthy, that they're so strong, they're healthy, no ailments, no illnesses, but they would just passed away so instantly. How many people have we experienced like this? So we know the fact, but there is no preparation. There is no effort. Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala used to say, As-safaru tawil. The journey in the hereafter is very long. It's very long. This is Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala an. He said, Az-zadu qaleel. But the sustenance that I have, the a'mal that I have, is very few. It's very less. It won't suffice me for this long journey that I am about to face in the hereafter. As-safaru tawil. You see, the journey is very long. It's very long. We've got the qabr, we've got the hashr, we've got the sirat, we've got the mizan, we've got the kitab. We've got all these stages in the hereafter. This is before Jannah or Jahannam. He says the safar is very long. The journey is very long. وَالزَّادُ قَلِيلٌ. And what I have is very less. What I have is very less. It is what we do today, my brothers. It is what we do today that will benefit us in the hereafter. It's what effort we exert now which will help us in the hereafter. Because once these eyes shut, once we leave, then it doesn't matter how much tasbih we do. It doesn't matter how much we plead and cry to Allah. It'll be of no benefit. It'll be of no benefit. As soon as the person passes away, the mayyat, when he passes away, if the angels of rahmah come or the angels of azab come, can the deceased do anything? Say, oh, I'm not going, oh Allah, unless you send the angels of rahmah. The deceased will not be able to do anything. Neither will the people surrounding the deceased. The person who's passed away, he's got all his family and friends around him. If they know that the angels of azab are coming to take the ruh of this person, these people will not be able to do anything. They will not be able to say to Allah that, oh Allah, we are not sending him to you until you send the angels of rahmah. They will not be able to do anything. The deceased himself will not be able to do anything. Because once the eyes have closed, once our ruh is being extracted, once the time of gharghar, the time of sakrat comes, then there is no doing. There is no doing, it is only judgment that starts. It's only retribution and recompense that starts. Then in the grave, then when we are placed in the grave, and Munkar and Nakir come, and they ask us the questions, Ma Rabbuk, that who is your Lord? Ma Deenuk, what is your religion, what is your deen? Man hadha rajulul ladhi bu'itha fikum, that who is this man, who is this person that was sent to you? We'll be alone. No friends, no family will come to our assistance to answer these questions. It is what we have done today that will assist us in the answering of these questions. It is what we have done before our demise that will assist us in answering these questions. Otherwise, Otherwise our answers will be ha la adri. Will be ha la adri. You'll ask me about my deen, it'll be la adri, I don't know. Although we may know now, but there is a completely different situation. Nothing will come out other than la adri, I don't know. Who is this man? Who is your prophet? La adri, I don't know. What was your religion? I don't know. La adri. Then the angels will say, "Faqrishuhu minan nar." Make a bedding for him from Jahannam. Albisuhu minan nar. Make him wear clothes of Jahannam. Waftahu lahu baban minan nar. Open a door of Jahannam for him. And this is the condition this person will stay till the day of Qiyamah. We will not be able to do anything, my brothers. It's what we do now, what we do today. Then when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise us, then everybody will be there from Adam alayhi salam to the last person. وَامْتَازُوا الْيَوْمَ أَيُّهَا الْمُجْرِمُونَ. Allah will make this announcement that all sinful people, all criminals, all those people who have disobeyed me, those people who went against me, separate yourselves. Separate yourselves. Doesn't matter how much we would like to stay away from that group, from those people, we will not be able to. We will go there. We will go there. That's where we will go. We'll be resurrected with those people who are classed as the mujrimun, the sinful people who went against the command of Allah, who went against the way of the Rasulullah. On that day, it doesn't matter how much we yearn to stay away from that group. Doesn't matter how much we desire to stay away from that group. Doesn't matter how much effort we make to stay away from that group. We will not be able to. We will not be able to. Because there is the command of Allah. There is the rule of Allah. There is the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides. We have a choice here. We have a decision here which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. We will not be able to do anything there. Imam Muslim rahmatullahi alayhi narrates the hadith. Here's what he says, وَتَكُونُ النَّاسُ بِقَدْرِ أَعْمَالِهِمْ فِي الْعَرَقِ. That on the day of Qiyamah, that the people will be in sweat. Because the sun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring about a mile distance away from us. And on that day, everybody will be perspiring to such an extent that their sweats will be according to the ankles for some, in regards to the a'mal that they did here today. Some, they'd be up to their knees, some up to their shoulders, some up to their ears. There'll be people drowning, trying to save themselves. People will be drowning, trying to save themselves. But it doesn't matter how much we try. It doesn't matter how much effort we exert. Over there, it will be of no use. It'll be of no use. The Hawd will be there. The Hawd of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, where he will be giving people water to drink. He says, it comes in the hadith that the water or the drink from the Hawd will be whiter than milk. It'll be sweeter than honey. The fragrance will be far more fragrant than musk. The cups will be like the stars of the sky. That a person who drinks from this well, from this hole, they will never experience thirst ever again. A person who drinks from this hole, that person his face will never blacken. And the person who doesn't drink from this hole, then his quench will never be satiated. But on that occasion, when the people and the ummah will be going to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam quenching their thirst on that day when it will be so hot, on that day when the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be so much. They'll go to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to quench this thirst. But there'll be those people who went against Rasulullah. There'll be those people who did not follow Rasulullah. There'll be those people who did not go according to the way of Allah and His Rasul. Angels will stop them. Suhkan, suhkan. The Prophet ﷺ himself will stop them to take them away. Why? Because they did not follow. Then what can we do then? What will we be able to do then? Nothing will come to any avail. Nothing will come to any avail. It is something that we need to think about, my brothers. That today we can do as what we want. Today we need to plant and prepare for the hereafter. Because if we don't do anything today, I swear by Allah, tomorrow we won't be able to do anything. We will just have to follow and do as Allah Ta'ala has decided for us. Then the book of deeds will come. The book of deeds will come. For those who receive it in the right hand, hisaban yasira, they'll get easy judgment and Allah Ta'ala will pass them on. But those who receive it in the left hand, وَأَمَّا مَنْ أُوتِيَ كِتَابَهُ بِشِمَالِهِ, and those people who receive the book of deeds in the left hand, Ya laytani lam uta kitabiya. They will say, oh how I wish I was not given my book of deeds. Walam adri ma hisabiya. That I didn't know what my judgment was. Ya laytaha kanatil qadiya. That oh how I wish that I was completely desecrated, that I did not even exist. Ma aghna anni maliya halaka anni sultaniya. My wealth, my influence, my power, nothing has come of any use. They will try to move the left hand from receiving the book of deeds. But brothers, we will not be able to do anything. Angels will, according to Ibn Kasir rahmatullahi alayh, he says the angels will grab our left hands, twist it and put it behind our backs and get that book of deeds and jam and force it into our left hands. We will open the book of deeds. Allah Ta'ala will say, Iqra kitabak kafa bi nafsika al-yawma alayka hasiba. You read your own book of deeds. You look at your own book of deeds. You become the judge and jury for your own deeds. You will suffice. You will see for yourself what will happen. They will look at the book of deeds, say, Ya Mali hadha al-kitab. What's happened to this book of deeds? La yughadiru saghiratan wa kabiratan illa ahsaha. He has left nothing. Each and every tiny little action that I have done in the world, He has written it down. Doesn't matter what we try over there, will come to no use. Is what we do today. Is what we do today. We'll come to the mizan. We'll come to the scales. It is said that one scale is so big that it can encompass the entire world. It can encompass the entire world. And when we go there, we see that our a'mal. فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ. Those people whose scales will be heavy with good deeds, they will be in a very comfortable life. They'll be in a very peaceful and contentful life. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا هِيَ نَارٌ حَامِيَةٌ. And those people whose scale will be light because there is no good deeds and the evil deeds are weighing it down. Doesn't matter how much we try to pull it down, it will not be possible. Doesn't matter how much effort and how much desire and yearning we have, that oh how I wish my a'mal was so more, it will come to no use. It is what we do today. Is what effort what preparation we make today. We'll go to the Sirat. We'll go to the Sirat, and there'll be people passing. There'll be people passing like lightning. There'll be people passing like the blink of an eyelid. There'll be people passing like fast power walking through over the bridge. This bridge which is so sharp, is sharper than a sword. It comes in the hadith. It comes that is finer than a hair. And it's pitch black, dark, we can't see. We'll need the nur of our a'mal. We need the light of what we do today. There'll be those who will have so much light, so much nur. Their a'mal will be so much that they will pass the bridge in the speed of lightning. There'll be those who will be slightly less and they will pass like the blink of an eyelid. There'll be those who will pass like fast walking because of how much a'mal they did now. There'll be those who just have a little bit of nur, a little bit of a'mal, and they will try to cross this bridge. They will cross, they will fall, they will slip. Their legs will get charged by the Jahannam which is beneath. They will get up, they will try again. They will fall, their arm will get charged by the Jahannam which is underneath. They will carry on and carry on, they will fall. By the end of the Sirat, they'll come at a stage, they're all charged. And they will turn to Allah, say, Allah, it's only through your mercy I have crossed because of the little a'mal that I had. And there'll be those people who don't have no light. They have no nur. Because they did not make no preparation here. They didn't exert and try here. They won't know what to do because they can't do anything there. They will go to the people. Unzuruna, unzuruna, wait for us. Unzuruna, wait for us. Naqtabis min nurikum. That can we take a bit of light from you? It will be said to them, Irji'u, go back. Irji'u, go back. And get light. Brothers will be alone on that day. We'll be very alone on that day. It is what we do now and what we do today. Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu used to say, Irtahalatid dunya mudbiratan, wartahalatil akhiratu muqbilatan. That this dunya is running away from you, it's turned its back and it's running away from you. Wartahalatil akhiratu muqbilatan. And this akhirah is coming towards you head first. And this is why you need to prepare. Sha'ala inna likulli wahidin minhuma banun. And there are people who are loyal to both of these things. There are those people who are loyal to the dunya and they are in pursuit of this. And there are those who are abna'ul akhirah, those people who are loyal to the akhirah, who are in pursuit of that. He advises, kunu abna al-akhirah. Become those people who are loyal to the akhirah. Why? Because this is coming towards you. This is a reality that we cannot ignore. This is a reality that we cannot avoid. Then he says, Al-yawma amalun wala hisab. Al-yawma amalun wala hisab. Wa ghadan hisabun wala amal. That today is the day of action. Today is the day where you need to prepare for the hereafter. Today is the day that we need to accumulate all our a'mal in preparation for the hereafter. Because today is amal. Whatever you do today, Allah won't judge you. There will be no hisab today. Do as much as you want and prepare, whether it's good or whether it's bad. It's up to you. Do as much as you want. Because today is amal. Today is action. Today you do as you please. وَغَدًا حِسَابٌ وَلَا amal. But tomorrow, on the plains of resurrection, tomorrow on the Hawd, tomorrow on the Sirat, tomorrow on the Mizan, tomorrow at the book of A'mal, there'll be nothing but it'll just be judgment and judgment. It'll be recompense and recompense. It'll be retribution and retribution. And whatever we do in the hereafter will come of no use. It is what we do today, my brothers. This is my plea and this is my request. That today we need to make this concern. We need to make this our goal, that I need to prepare for my hereafter. I need to prepare for my akhirah. This is what we need to do. Shaitan, he deludes us. He deceives us. Ibn Qayyim, he quotes. He says, he quotes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as saying that, O insan, O my servants, you know this shaitan, he was the biggest abid. He worshipped Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to such a degree that there was nothing left. He surpassed the angels. He surpassed the angels. And he made one mistake. He made one mistake, that he did not respect you. He didn't respect mankind. He didn't respect Adam alayhi salam. He didn't respect the human. So what I did, I severed ties with him. I kicked him out of Jannah. I extradited him from Jannah. I befriended him. I cut ties with him. Just for one action. Why? Because he disrespected you, insan. He disrespected you, so I cut ties with him. I threw him out. But what are you doing, oh insan? That very being, that very shaitan that I took away from my Jannah because he disrespected you, you are making friends with that very shaitan. That very shaitan, we have made him bosom friends. Everything that shaitan says, everything that shaitan whispers, we are doing. So we need to think that who is our true friend, who is our closest friend? It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And shaitan, he deceives us and doesn't make us think about Allah, doesn't make us think about the akhirah, doesn't make us think about what will happen. Ad-dunya khuliqat lakum wa khuliqtum lil akhirah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, this is what you see, all this thing that you see, I have created it for you, for your service. For your service I have created it. To serve you, O human, to serve you. وَخُلِقْتُمْ لِلْآخِرَةِ. But you have been created for the akhirah. You have been created for me. So here's what we do today. Here's what practices we do today. What plans we make today for the hereafter. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he went to Mi'raj, he met Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. And Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam said to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, O Prophet of Allah, send my salam to your ummah. And then he said, advise your ummah that the akhirah is a plain land, is a barren land. It's what they do in the world, that they will make what happens in the akhirah. They will prepare. The poet says, La dara li mar'in ba'da al-mawti yaskunuha. That there is no home, there is no palace for a person after his demise, after he leaves, in which he may live. Illa allati qabla al-mawti yabniha. Other than that house which he has made before he passed away. فَإِن بَنَاهَا بِخَيْرٍ طَابَ مَسْكَنَهُ. If he has built that home with good a'mal, he built that home in obedience to Allah, he built that home in obedience to the Prophet of Allah, then طَابَ مَسْكَنُهَا, then he will have a very beautiful home in the hereafter, in Jannah. وَإِن بَنَاهَا بِشَرٍ. But if he has made this with evil actions, with the disobedience of Allah, if he has made this with going against the way of Rasulullah, خَابَ بَانِيهَا. Then for that person who is building that mansion, I feel very sorry for them, he will be wretched. So we need to think, my brothers, that where is our priorities? We need to see where our priorities are. And this is what we need to make effort on. Because this is a reality that each and every person will agree upon. People argue whether Allah exists. But all of mankind agree on one thing, that one day we will all leave this earth. One day we all will leave the face of this earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة معرضون. that the time of Hisab is very close. The time of Hisab is coming. But insan and humans and we are all in ghafla, in unawareness. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, Al-Kayyisu man dana nafsahu wa amila lima ba'da al-maut. That the clever and the intelligent person is that person who prepares for the hereafter. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from amongst those people. Subhanallah bihamdi subhanakallahumma wa shahadu la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka.